Hey everybody, check it out. What's up? It's Heracles Porsche's professional intro. Yay!
Don't let CCP forget its promise just because the forums are gone. You can see here a promise made to us in the second paragraph. We are supposed to receive tiered recognition rewards. So don't let CCP forget that just because the forums are gone. Okay, enough of that. On with the show. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Heracles Porsche here, also known as Guildlock in other places, and today's video, it's kind of random. I just want to touch base. I have a little something to announce in just a second when it becomes obvious. But anyway, yeah, I want to touch base. I'm trying to look at my channel. My channel, I think it's been about a month since I released the Dust video, and that just feels like far too long to go. And, oh, what's that? Did you pay attention to the kill feed? Oh, then potentially you noticed it's not me getting the kills. What's going on with that? That's because I'm using footage from D.Beast. That's right, and you can see him getting in there very selflessly, taking care of the uplinks. I guess he must have run out of grenades there, but yeah, he grabbed a nice little double kill there at the start. And yeah, I'm gonna be yamming over his footage. And am I allowed to do this? Yes, I am. I absolutely am allowed to do this with the footage. Now, I don't know if I might be talking over some other people here, because I know in his footage there's frequently other people here, but this is one of the quieter bits of Dust footage I was able to get a hold of once that didn't have a whole lot of team dialogue. And we're gonna be getting into kind of like what it would mean doing a bunch of videos with D.Beast in a second. I'm gonna post a link where he talked about how he kind of has released his footage to the general public, for basically anyone who wants to can use it. So he did say very specifically in all of his videos, in the description of his videos, and in his specific release video that yes, I am totally permitted to do this. I have his and everyone else's who wants to's permission to go this route. So I'm trying to find a video where I can find a disclaimer where he says, hey, you can do this, because he posts this fun little disclaimer in all his videos. It goes like this: the following Dust 514 video is publicly released by D.Beast under the Creative Commons Attribution License, allowing users to use it freely to any purpose they desire, since they have my permission to do so from my previous statement. There you go. That's a very fun disclaimer. That's a very nice disclaimer. That's much better than your run-of-the-mill disclaimer. Most disclaimers aren't that fun. They're a little something where it says you are probably too young to watch this, or don't watch this, or you are, this is copyrighted. You are not allowed to use this in any way that's fun. Or if you can think of any other saddening. Those are the two biggies, right? You're not allowed to. This is copyrighted. This might you might be too young for this. Those are the two big disclaimers. Or also maybe there's probably special disclaimers if you're watching Jackass or something. Like, don't imitate this. Don't do this at home. So yeah, disclaimers are not usually a happy thing, but this was a happy disclaimer. Special happy disclaimer brought to us by D.Beast. And I should just mention, I must have mentioned because he's a featured channel on my channel, and he actually, when I was starting the YouTube channel, he gave me a lot of feedback that I think was pretty important to me. I think he was really instrumental in kind of encouraging me to do kind of creative, silly things, and try things that I wouldn't have necessarily thought would necessarily be the cup of tea of necessarily every FPS gamer, and he kind of encouraged me to be a more creative YouTuber very early on. So Really, D.Beast has, had I would say an influence on the Heracles Porsche channel from pretty early on. I always think it's a beautiful, wonderful thing when YouTubers are getting together and encouraging each other's and their creativity and artistry and just having a good time instead of being little drama queen biatches to each other like so many YouTubers are. But yeah, so I'm incredibly grateful for D.Beast for just making his footage available to use, and it's fun doing this way, guys. It's fun because it's very different from doing commentary and stuff over my own videos. Because when I'm watching commentary on my own videos, guess what? I already know what's gonna happen. Usually, I mean, obviously it's been over a year since Dusk ended, so and my footage I was starting to have a heavily ration what I considered the decent watchable footage. But if I were to actually make a habit of this, that we're actually start using D.Beast footage on a regular basis and editing it on a regular basis, this could really have a huge impact on the Heracles Porsche channel and how long I could keep Dust videos out. And obviously, that's still a work in progress. I'm still trying to decide how far I would want to go with that, with making, using D.Beast footage a thing for the Heracles Porsche YouTube channel. And I mean, it'll be interesting seeing like the differences in how he did things and how I did things. Obviously, one of the big things that stands out is he doesn't always have the scoreboard, so that's a little. That makes me a little sad not seeing the scoreboard every time. But overall, he was a guy. I saw a little something of myself in the way D.Beast did a lot of his things. He was really willing to have fun with this game. Wasn't really the type to take anything over the top seriously, but he definitely was not one of those. Definitely was not by any means, an incompetent FPSer. He knew what he was doing on the battlefield, as you can see from what he's doing here, with that incredible war strike and what he's just been doing overall with the footage. It's definitely not a guy I would call snob. Just a fun guy and just willing to bring people along for the ride and try his hand at different things. He tried his hand at PC without taking it too seriously, and yeah, it's like, obviously Heracles, it's my first time doing this. I gotta say nice things. Gotta hope he's on board with this. Well, he is. He said he's all right with people using this footage, but I just want to give it to you real, but at the same time, let you know how much I appreciate the potential opportunities that come with using a lot of D.Beast footage. So it's like I said, I'm still making my mind up about it. This is the whole purpose of this video. Is just this whole video is just a feeler. It's just I'm gonna try using D.Beast footage. See the reception I get on it. The reception is gonna have a big influence on how much of this kind of stuff I decide to do. Obviously, we do have Battlefront 2 coming out in not too long, like November 17th. I'm recording this footage today on October 30th of 2017. And so that's just over 2 weeks until Star Wars Battlefront 2 comes out, and I might get a bit caught up in that. But yeah, no, I'm very happy I have this option available. One weird random side rant I want to get into, because I prefer to the other side rant I originally recorded for this footage. The Dust 514 forums, I think they've been gone for roughly a month. I do miss them a whole lot. Discord's just not the same for me, but I don't want to make a big downer. I'm in a good mood, but I just gotta mention that somewhere. I'm in the zone, guys. I can just tell mentally today is the day I was in the zone. I have a very happy day for Heracles Porsche. I won't get it. I can really put the kind of mood I prefer to put into all my videos. Where I can just kind of pick people up. I had this whole thing. I was like, I hope you guys are all doing amazing. I've got the energy. I've got the appropriate, zest for life that all Heracles Porsche videos should contain today. So I just like, you know what? I'm just diving into it. I'm assuming he's cool with it because he says in every video he's cool with it. So yeah, what else is there to say? So You know, just getting to brass tacks a little bit. A lot of D.Beast footage, it tends to contain uh, the voices of the other players in his party, which is great. I really think that'll be a treat. That could potentially be a treat for people, you know, hearing. It always makes sense to, you know, mine are kind of hit and miss with how much I have the squad voices, and especially my voice. I always forget to add. I always forget to. I always record my voice, but then I was either it was in a separate movie file, so I'd, you know, I'd often be missing it or something like that. But a lot of squad voices for D.Beast footage. And it's a little bit of a double-edged sword for me, the editor of the footage, you know, later, because what that means for me is, you know, I mean, there's not much point in me putting out a video that hasn't been edited. You get what I'm saying? Because then it's just identical to D.Beast footage, and then why even throw it on the internet in the first place? But it is preserving that kind of like dust thing, and if someone in who is actually in that match happens to hear their own voice, I'm sure that'll be a huge treat for them. But like I said, obviously that's serving a, you know, a customer of one, I guess you could say. But you know, that might be good for the people in general. You know, they hear that. So what that's gonna mean is, basically what I'm getting at is, in order for there to be any kind of relevant editing, it's probably gonna mean a whole lot of dust music videos, which is tricky because, you know, unless I'm using, you know, nightcore music or something, or 8-bit music or something that's, you know, really commonly. I do love the occasional nightcore and quite a bit of 8-bit, but unless I can find big troves of music that aren't copyrighted, it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be lucrative for me, you know. Not that I ever got into YouTube to make money in the first place. You know, I had no illusions that, you know, making a Dust 514 YouTube channel was gonna make me tons of money. But you know, I like to have you know, 10 or 20 cents to compensate me for my trouble, and you know, it's likely it's gonna be difficult to pull off decent videos that, you know, where I'm adding relevant audio, you know, because so much of I would love to do this kind of video all the time, where I literally just yammer over the action, but then it's me yammering over other people yammering, and that's just awkward, you know. But I could put out tons of music videos for you guys, and it's like I said, I don't need to make those 10 cents off every video. You know, sometimes it's just for fun. Obviously, the Heracles Porsche channel is predominantly for exclusively the purposes of fun. But you know, yeah, it's nice to make a little money, just a bit, just a little tiny drop. Still, it counts as work. I made 7 cents. That's work. I made money. It counts as work. Yes, but so yeah, obviously I'm hoping for lots of feedback from D.Beast. But you know, the general public can be useful as well. Like, honestly, from any of you guys, if you you know, obviously this is more, I have been trying to help I've been giving D.Beast shoutouts and stuff, and just to make sure the word was out in general, that he's releasing tons of footage. It's tons of footage, guys. I think the current video you're watching is called, oh my gosh, I was supposed to have this on the tip of my tongue, but it's called Dust 514 Raw Footage Release number 1045. But by the way, since I'm here, this was recorded on the, what is this, May the 14th, 2016, so this would have been, I'm guessing he's getting towards the end of his Raw release footage, because didn't we lose Dust at the end of May 2016? I don't know. So, oh, it's a little something to think about. This might be some footage from towards the end, but I could be wrong. He could talk to me and be like, no, there's 2,000 Dust videos. But, yeah, tons of, he's been releasing them en masse pretty quickly. It gets a little bit hard, you know. It's just human nature, you know. It's no matter how much you love Dust, no matter how much you miss Dust, you know, no one necessarily has it in them to watch, you know, 10 Dust videos a day. It just might be a little too much. So, you know, me releasing them over a period of time add a little something special so it's not just a carbon copy of his footage. You know, it might be really good for people. And there's just so much. There's so much here. I mean, over 1,000 videos. I mean, I don't think I don't even know if I have 500 videos. I haven't actually counted. I know I've done maybe 800 videos in total, for public release. I would guess maybe half of those are dust. So imagine I have 400 dust videos and then all of a sudden I add 1,000 more. How crazy would it be? I could do this forever, forever and ever and ever. Well, not technically forever, but maybe for years if I ration, especially if I ration the footage. So I want your guys' feedback on that. What do you guys think? Is this the right direction for the Heracles Porsche YouTube channel? Your feedback makes a huge difference in decisions like this, so I welcome all of it. You know, always feel free to check in every time because you make a big difference in where the Heracles Porsche YouTube channel goes. All right, until next, everyone, I'm going to see you Star Tide.